Hi, what can we learn from ants? What are the leadership lessons the simple and the small ants can teach us? Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of days back I was just going through on my evening walk and I observed in 2 minutes there was at least 4 or 5 wonderful lessons I observed from the small group of ants. This is what we're going to talk about. I assured you to provide a valuable information with the videos so that I hope that helps for you to think differently um, moving forward. And then just observe yourself and apply your own logic and see how it really functions. Now, to cut the story short, you know, the 5 lessons I picked up from the similar ants, which the video you're about to see. An ant find a food particle, a source of food, in less than 50 minutes. How it accumulated so many ants seems to be amazing, even though science does say certain studies did find out, there is a ways that they communicate, but it's surprising how the nature functions. And I'm sure they must be having their own mechanism in terms of communicating so that, less than 15 minutes you see at least hundreds of ants gathered around that place. The first point is about communicating and 1 or 2 ants informing their group of ants for them to find out, okay, there is a food source and then we all can go and take part of it. Now there are some ants staying and eating those ones. Now some group of ants are carrying the food as much as they can carry by themselves. That's an individual effort. And then there is a one interesting subject I have seen is that there are like 6, 7 ants together carrying the big bulk of food. It's surprising and amazing and then how all these are functioning and everything is going in a similar fast. Everybody is involved. Must be, there's a clear focus on what they want to achieve. Probably they wanted to just secure the food as much as they can. So the survival is not only happens at humans level, and I'm sure each and every life forms, each and every form, the smallest to the smallest, does have their own survival mechanism, if I'm not mistaken. And the one interesting thing which really amazed me is that which you're about to see is that there was a gap of about half a feet of a stone. 6 to 7 ants gathered together and they were carrying the big chunk of the particle, cookie particle. I would say in less than 30 seconds, they carried that part to the half a feet. What does it tell is that there was no leader or telling who is to do what and who needs to carry, which needs to take. All 6, 7 of them took an instant action. There is no one, I'm sure that if you look at it, there's no one is telling them what to do, how to do it. And I'm sure they were not analyzing that how big is the length, how much is the distance and where they need to store. I think probably there's no analysis and so on and so forth that normally we tend to do. And less than 30, 40 seconds they pulled it together and then keep moving it. That surprises me. That entire the 2 minute of session which I observed is amazing, and there are so many lessons we can apply to our life. One is that survival is not happening only in our mechanism. So there are people eating, there are some ants eating, there's some individual ants carrying the food. Again, it's again individuality. The major work is the big chunks are moved through the teamwork, not an individual thing. And then taking the quick actions, probably they're all working for a common goal, common cause. So I hope seeing that end of that video will be able to give, I'm sure you might be pick up some things which I missed out, will be able to help you to do better in what you do. So the ants, small ants, can give us a very good leadership lessons. Not only the leadership lessons, probably how the entire mechanism works in all levels of the forms, which is the creation of the God. Stay well, stay blessed. I hope that really inspires you to do better in what you do. Wow, well done.